One of the problems with back somersault takeoff in gymnastics from a backflip is that many gymnasts think you have to move backwards, and they lean back, throw their heads back, which is, as we know, a mistake. The action for a back somersault from a backflip is actually to think about pushing the floor backwards and lifting your hips forwards. It's almost a forward takeoff, even though the momentum is backwards. This setup is very safe. It can be done by very low-level gymnasts, and it teaches the gymnast to move in the correct position. It also teaches the gymnast to keep the head forwards. The tendency in a back somersault is to move the head back, but using this method, the gymnast is able to jump and keep the head still. The first step is simply to perform a jump, lifting the hips forward, which is what we want, and to land sitting at the top, and then the coach can just help the gymnast to turn round and stand. So we're not going to do the roll, Katie. I just want you to jump up here, and then I'm just going to turn you round. You just try to sit there, yeah? Go. Up, and twist. That's fine. And the same, Tori, can you hold your legs, though, so you land with your feet on the top? Feet on the top, and, yes, that's it. Once the gymnast has an understanding and is able to jump and land high up the slope, same thing, Cameron, safely, it's quite okay for the gymnast to perform a backward roll, the full move. Off we go. Good. The coach can stand at the side and just assist if necessary, holding one arm. Good. And it's a good understanding of backwards takeoff for somersaults. Head in, hips forwards, land almost on the shoulders. Trampoline is a good place to learn somersaulting with twisting. And as with the floor progressions, we can do the same situation here with the luxury of the trampoline helping with height. So if you can do straight front somersault to land on your back. Arms swinging forward, chin normal. Good. Remember, the shape for a twist should be straight rather than the arch position that we expect when we do the accelerated somersaults for floor. Okay. Good. Try not to lean forward so much, more upright. Too arched, Cameron, just straight. And now when you've landed, roll over after you've landed. Just as an orientation, up and roll. Twist towards the long arm, remember. Twist, yes. Good. Just a little higher so you land closer. Good. And then once that has been learned, twist a little bit earlier to make the full turn to land on back. Somersault, twist. Good. So if as a coach you're happy with supporting on the trampoline, then the straight back can be taught, as can double back and forward somersaults, twisting somersaults, all manner of things. Tori, one idea for the straight back is to support the gymnast simply with one hand at the top of the back, hands above head, and as the gymnast takes off, same as on floor, the hips are lifted forwards and brought up in line with the arms. The coach supports in the bottom of the back just to get the straight takeoff. After 3, 1, 2, hips up. Good. And I prefer not a dish shape, more a hips up so your body's extended in the first part. Hips up here. 1, 2, hips up. Yes, that's good. Next one. 1, 2, arch. Yes, good. Bring your body up to meet your hands. And 1, 2, up. That's good. Next one. And as that develops until the gymnast is inverted, you can swap your hands over and perform the completed skill. 1, 2, 3. Good. Remember, the head position should remain neutral. Let's do another one. 1, 2, 3. Not this, Katie, straight somersault. So from upside down, keep your shape. Your head should be back a bit. This position, that's a neutral position. Good. And with Cameron, we can do the same thing, but I'm going to hold Cameron on his arms. and he'll lift his body up to see if he can invert himself. So after 3, 1, 2, hips up. Good. And if he keeps his shape, it's quite safe to perform a straight somersault. 1, 2, 3. Try not to lean back. Same for you, Tori. You got it? Hips up. 1, 2, 3. Good. Keep your shape. Exactly straight with your head in this position. And 1, 2, up. Good. Same thing. Hips up. 1, 2, 3. Now to throw your head back. Just lift your hips forward. 1, 2, hips up. That's good. Next one, same, Kaylee. Your head still, leave some space between your neck and your chest. And 1, 2, up. Remember, not dished. Lift so that your hips come up a little higher. First part with your thighs forward. 1, 2, up. That's good. Well done. And then on your own. 1, 2, 3. Yes, next one. Try to stay in the same place as you took off from. 1, 2, forwards. Okay, body straight. 1, 2, up. Good. Not leaning back. Kaylee. There are lots of conditioning exercises that you can do on the trampoline. We've looked at handstand bouncing, backflip and fly spring repetitions, and we can also focus on the courbette action by doing arch and dish bouncing. Tori. An idea for awareness for catch-of actions, orientation, to be able to press with the backs of your hands and your heels, opening the shoulder angle 20, 30, 40 times can be very useful. Likewise, the ability to change from a straight position to a dish position, sliding your feet along the trampoline, can be useful as well. Next one. Same exercise. Press. Opening the shoulders by pressing the heels down. And the same in dish. Tight body. Good. And again, we can make that slightly harder by stopping for 1 second in the support position. Good. Round your back and fix your shoulder angle open. Good. And for boys, we can add slightly wide arms to start to prepare the specific conditioning necessary for rings. Stay 1 second. Good. So we can use the trampoline for a lot of orientation exercises for bar. Not exactly applicable to the swing or the release point, but there's plenty of good progressions we can use for what goes on in the air. With Kachev, there are some good preparations which we'll show you now. Katie. From back drop, straddle to front drop. Gives a good understanding of what your feet should do. Same exercise from Tori. Try from standing, Tori, not bouncing. Legs tight. Not quite right. The idea is to open the hips and then stop the feet, which transfers the momentum to the top half of the body to change. And that can be taken further by going up to handstand, as Kaylee will show us now. Good. And then Lewis can take it 1 step further again as a conditioning and orientation exercise to be able to go from handstand, snapping down, which has relevance for Sukahara vault, and just repeating many, many times. Kachev, Yurchenko, Sukahara, and a basic courbette action.